So, somebody asked me to give my reaction or my thoughts about Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I know this is late, but who cares? But right now I'm watching Screen Junkies episode. What is this episode? I don't know what this is. Star Wars: Force Awakens spoiler review feature Max Landis. Just to have a backdrop while I'm talking, I'm not really paying attention to it. But so I saw the movie one time, and that was enough. I did not like the movie. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible. I just thought it was boring. And the acting was corny, and the directing was slow, and just the story was unoriginal and just boring. I'll start from the beginning. I was really excited for. By the way, this is spoilers, so obviously. But I was looking forward to Kylo Ren. Well, let me start from the beginning. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I don't hate Star Wars. I just never really thought it was great. But I don't think that has anything to do with how I feel about it now. I was going into this movie looking forward to it because George Lucas was no longer attached to it, because I didn't like George Lucas's the last three movies. The first three weren't exactly spectacular to me, but the last three weren't very good to me. So I was excited that J.J. Abrams was directing the movie. So I was really optimistic about it. And I didn't see anything that suggested it wasn't going to be good. I didn't see anything that was told me it was going to be great, but nothing that was going to be good. So I went to go see it in IMAX. Got a great seat. I made sure I had a good seat, so I wanted to enjoy it. And it was just boring. It was just boring. I didn't care about the characters. It was, how can I put it? There were a lot of long awkward pauses in the movie that really didn't make any sense. That were kind of awkward. Also, the action in the CGI was decent, but no, I didn't care about any of it. I didn't care about any of the characters. Let's say Rey was okay. It just nothing really special about him. Finn, he was kind of funny at times, but in general kind of useless. Poe Dameron was in the movie for a very short amount of time, but the time he was in there, I kind of liked him. I did like him. I wish he was in there longer, actually. He was actually one of my favorite characters. They accused the movie of making Rey a Mary Sue, basically a character who does everything right. This is actually Max Landis talking about that. I actually like his perspective about it. But thinking back on it, that is probably one of the reasons why I didn't like it. I didn't think about it till someone said that, but she was never really in any true danger. She knew how to fly the Millennium Falcon. She knew how to fix everything. She knew how to fight at the end with a lightsaber. The Force came to her in one day, and she was using Force tricks on people. I was just watching like, what? Wait, wait a minute, what? She started using mind Force tricks on people instantly. I'm like, don't it take a while to learn that? And then she was fighting Kylo Ren at the end and was beating him. And he's supposed to be a big bad, Sith or not Sith. I don't know what the crap he was, but either way, it totally diminished the villain and made him look like an idiot and a wimp. This is what a lot of movies do. I've noticed. A lot of movies, in order to make a strong female character, what they usually do is the method of making everyone else around them weaker to emphasize the female character's strength. That's why Finn was kind of an idiot. That's why Kylo Ren was made to look weak. A lot of it serves to emphasize female character strength, and that to me isn't what makes a strong female character. It's not. That isn't what makes a strong female character. That's kind of the lame, cheap way to do it, and the movie suffers because of it. I thought Kylo Ren was whiny. He was, at first, when he started out, at the beginning of the movie, he started out on top. I was interested, I was in. And then scene by scene, he just started descending into what the crap. I don't get why he's so whiny. And another point, there are a lot of predictable plot points in this movie. A lot of predictable plot points. Just Rey being strong in the Force, and I'm sure she's related to somebody. I saw that coming a mile away. I saw the death of Han Solo coming 3 miles away. I was actually waiting for Kylo Ren to kill him. I was like, good Lord, get it over with. He's first of all, he stared at him for an awkwardly long time as Kylo Ren was walking out toward that walkway or balcony or whatever, that bridge. Han Solo just stared at him. I'm like, why is he staring at him? And then he waited for him to walk out on the unusually long and empty walkway to go talk to his son, who's supposed to be evil, and to try to talk to him in 5 minutes into being good. And during the conversation, I knew he was going to kill him. I was just waiting for it. And when he killed him, I had no reaction to it. I didn't care. Han Solo is not an interesting character. I never thought he was that interesting in the beginning. He's definitely not now. Harrison Ford is too old to be doing the action stunts that he was doing. He was trying to run. I think he punched somebody, and it looked ridiculous. He was so slow. And I know he's old, but why are you still having him trying to do action scenes? I mean, he's way too old for that. And why is he still dressed the exact same way? It's like between now and the past, however many years have passed in the storyline, what has happened to Han Solo that we care about? It seems like he's doing the exact same thing. What's her name? Princess Leia. I could have done without her. She was actually absolutely useless to me. Her acting wasn't very good, and I don't think it was the actors that was the problem. I think it was the director, because I've seen these actors before, and they're all very good. I think the directing was sloppy and slow. And J.J. Abrams isn't a bad director. He's not obviously one of the greats, but he's not bad. But this movie, to me, was my least favorite movie I've seen from him. And I just didn't get it. The whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, we waited this long for this sequel? I mean, it is a sequel. And I can't believe this is a movie that they made. I mean, they use another Death Star. They use another person stranded on a desert planet, just like a New Hope with Luke Skywalker. Rey is Luke Skywalker. Kylo Ren is Vader. I mean, it's just all the same. I was excited for this storyline to finally move forward, and they seem to still be going backward for fan service. I don't understand it. It could have been so great. There's not a single moment in this movie that I remember being awesome. It was just, all of it was just like, it felt like a setup for another movie. And everyone keeps telling me, well, you have to understand, they'll explain it in the next movie. That's why this had to be that way. I'm like, there is no excuse why this movie should suck. Because people were trying to explain, well, you don't understand, because in the next movie is gonna be explained. I'm like, well, you still have to make this movie good. I don't care about the next movie right now. I want to see a good movie right now. And this whole entire movie felt like a setup. And don't get me started on the end scene with Luke Skywalker. That was the dumbest, lamest use of Luke Skywalker. I was expecting Luke Skywalker to have a fight scene or something. I cannot believe that is the way this movie ended. I just silently got up at the theater and walked out like, I cannot believe I wasted, was it $13 to go see that in IMAX. I regret going to see it. I should have streamed it at home. But I'm officially done with Star Wars. Four strikes and you're out. I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore. It just sucked. It's not a horrible movie. It's just kind of mediocre. The CGI is amazing. It's not the actor's fault. I think it's the writer and director's fault. All the actors were strong actors. I think it's just what they were given to work with, and the direction they were given is poor. That's what I noticed about the movie. The writing and the directing was poor. And the one thing I really love about Star Wars is the lightsaber fights. And these were the lamest lightsaber fights I've ever seen. I think even Samuel L. Jackson was like, they need to go to lightsaber training school. I mean, it was just, I cannot believe what I'm watching. It was like, I'm like, man, this is supposed to be skilled lightsaber fights. I mean, I know that Finn and Rey aren't skilled, but you're expecting Kylo Ren to be skilled, and he was just fighting the same way they were. I know he was shot, yes. I know he was weak, but he was still lame. Look, you know what? What's even better than Star Wars was a stinking Batman versus Superman. No, Batman versus Darth Vader. Batman versus Darth Vader was far more interesting than any lightsaber battle or anything in this movie. That's sad. This is a fan-made film. It's less than 7 minutes long, and I enjoy watching this more than I did any battle in any scene in Star Wars. I regret going to see Star Wars. I regret wasting my money. I do. It wasn't worth me getting up, washing up, leaving my house, paying $13, and watching that movie. It wasn't. See, this is better to me than the movie. I know it's low budget, but I mean, there was actually suspense in this fight. It's directed better than the fight scenes in the other movie. You know, I feel like this guy could have did a better job with the scenes in Star Wars than J.J. Abrams. I just don't understand why they would make a lightsaber battle so lame. I'm sorry. This is awesome. So if you haven't looked this up, go look up Batman versus Darth Vader, and you'll see a better lightsaber battle than you did in Star Wars Force Awakens. There is no excuse why the lightsaber battle was supposed to suck. Don't be giving an excuse to a movie like, oh, it sucked, because no, it's not supposed to suck. It's supposed to be good. So anyway, that's my thought. That's my rant about Star Wars The Force Awakens. So, alright, y'all. Make sure y'all watch this video. I love this. This is from Bat in the Sun. Bat in the Sun. Look that up, the channel. And then look up Batman versus Darth Vader. And you finish watching that. Tell me what you think.